God says, "Congratulations, my beloved child, because what you have been praying for has finally arrived in your life, and nothing in heaven or on earth can stop this miracle from finding you now." Archangel Michael says, "Your miracle has arrived, your victory has descended, and your angel has been commanded by the throne of heaven not to let you ignore this message at any cost. You cannot skip this, you cannot walk away from it, you cannot pretend you did not hear it, because the moment you opened your heart to heaven, the miracle was dispatched." God says, "I heard your tears when no one else could hear them. I saw your secret prayers whispered in the dark when everyone else thought you were strong. I felt the trembling of your soul when you thought you were forgotten, and now heaven answers with thunder. Congratulations, the blessing is here, the miracle has come, and nothing can steal it away from you anymore." Do you understand, my child, how long the angels have been fighting for you? Do you realize how many nights Archangel Michael stood guard at your door, sword in hand, cutting down every invisible force that tried to delay this day? Every whisper of doubt, every shadow of fear, every chain of delay was shattered under his command. He says to you now, this is not the time to doubt, this is not the time to hesitate, this is not the time to push away the gift that is in front of you. This is your hour, your moment, your divine appointment, and God Himself has written your name on the scroll of favor. God says, you were never forgotten, though it felt like heaven was silent, though it felt like the world closed its doors, though it felt like your enemies celebrated over you. The truth is, heaven was preparing something so much greater than what you asked for. What you lost was only temporary, but what you are about to receive is eternal. God says, the delay was not denial, the silence was not rejection, the waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. I was arranging people, moving hearts, shifting places, overturning plots, until the very moment when nothing and no one could stop the miracle from breaking through. That moment is now. Archangel Michael says, open this now, do not delay, because the heavens are pouring, the windows are open, and what was locked for years has suddenly been released. Do not underestimate the weight of this word, because the enemy tried to keep you blind, tried to distract you, tried to cover your ears so you would miss this announcement. But God says, your ears are blessed to hear, your eyes are blessed to see, and your heart is blessed to believe. Your name is being spoken in places you do not even know exist, your story is being carried into rooms you never entered, and suddenly, doors that were bolted shut are being flung wide open because heaven itself is standing at your side. Congratulations, my beloved child, for what is arriving is not just a small breakthrough, but a complete transformation. God says, you are stepping out of wilderness into abundance, you are walking out of mourning into dancing, you are leaving behind betrayal and stepping into loyalty, you are rising out of ashes and stepping into crowns of glory. What they said about you is about to be overturned, what they did to you is about to be exposed, what they tried to steal is being returned multiplied. This is why Archangel Michael would not let you skip this, because the hour of exposure, reversal, and restoration is now. God says, I am turning the hearts of people who once ignored you to now run toward you. I am shifting the opinions of those who mocked you into mouths that will declare your favor. I am taking the shame they tried to put on you and placing it as a crown on your head. And I, the Lord, am declaring openly that you belong to me, that your name is written in my book, and that no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. Archangel Michael shouts over you, "Rise, for your miracle is here." Do not think small, do not think weak, do not think impossible, for the impossible has bowed down before you today. You will see with your eyes how the things you feared vanish like smoke, how the ones who plotted against you fall into the traps they built, how the blessings that were delayed now come rushing in like a river that cannot be held back. God says, I am sending help from unexpected places. I am raising up people who owe you nothing but will fight for you. I am commanding resources to be transferred to you. I am declaring that your tears have been converted into treasures, your pain has been converted into power, and your prayers have been converted into provision. My beloved, heaven calls you favored. Do not let the enemy convince you otherwise. Do not let the world make you think you are ordinary. You carry the seal of God. You are chosen, you are appointed, you are anointed, and the evidence of heaven's love for you is about to overflow. Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is crying loudly, shouting with urgency, "Congratulations, your miracle has arrived, take it now, embrace it now, live in it now, for heaven has decreed it, and earth must obey." And listen carefully, my child, because God says this miracle is not just for you, but it will ripple into your family, into your children, into generations not yet born. What you suffered breaks with you and will never pass to them. What you lost will be multiplied in their lives. What you feared will never touch them. Because of your faith, because of your tears, because of your obedience to not give up, heaven has placed a generational blessing upon your bloodline. Do not be afraid when others are shocked by your sudden rise. Do not be surprised when people ask how this happened to you so quickly. God says, I am making you a sign, a wonder, a testimony that proves heaven is real and my promises do not fail. The very ones who said you would never make it will be forced to witness your elevation. The very ones who laughed at your prayers will hear your laughter ring louder than theirs. The very ones who thought you were finished will see you standing on heights they never imagined. Archangel Michael says, rejoice, but stay alert, because the enemy will try one last time to make you doubt this word. He will whisper that it is too good to be true, he will remind you of past disappointments, he will tempt you to think that heaven forgot you again. But God says, silence that voice, for it is a lie. This time is different. This moment is ordained. This miracle is unstoppable. I, the Lord, have sworn it, and I do not break my covenant. So lift your eyes, wipe your tears, and prepare your heart, because the congratulations of heaven are already surrounding you. Angels are applauding, heaven is rejoicing, and the Father is smiling because you stayed faithful through the storm. And now, you step into reward. God says, "Congratulations, my beloved child, for today is not like any other day you have walked through. Today is a day carved into the fabric of eternity, written long before you were even born, marked with a divine seal that cannot be broken by man, by demon, or by circumstance." Archangel Michael himself has stepped forward, radiant with fire and light, holding the sword of divine justice in one hand and a scroll in the other, declaring aloud, "The miracle has arrived, and it carries your name engraved upon it. You cannot miss this, you cannot walk away from this, you cannot allow your own doubts or fears to steal this from you." Michael's voice shakes the heavens, and even the silence of your own soul trembles because he is not speaking to someone far away, he is not delivering a message to someone else, he is speaking directly to you. He is leaning closer to you, whispering yet commanding, pleading yet demanding, "Open this message, for it was designed by God for you alone, and if you dare to let it pass by, you will forfeit what was meant to shift your destiny in this very hour." My child, listen with the deepest part of your heart, because God says you have walked through seasons where the nights stretched longer than the days, where the tears on your pillow felt like they drowned your prayers, where silence mocked you and the absence of answers pierced you. Yet all along, heaven was listening, heaven was recording, heaven was weaving the unseen tapestry of miracles that would one day arrive in your hands. That day is now, not later, not tomorrow, not in some faraway future. You have stepped into the doorway of it now. The angels have been arranging, aligning, and guarding, and Archangel Michael has been warring on your behalf, cutting through lies, tearing down strongholds, fighting demons you never saw but always felt, so that nothing could prevent this divine delivery from reaching you. God says, "I did not forget you when you thought I was silent. I did not abandon you when people turned away. I did not forsake you when you were mocked, rejected, and pushed aside. I was watching the whole time, and I was building something you could not yet see. You asked me for help, you asked me for release, you asked me for a breakthrough, and I tell you now that it is here. You may not feel prepared, but heaven has already prepared you. You may not feel worthy, but my love has already made you worthy. You may think the timing is strange, but my timing is perfect. That is why Archangel Michael is crying out with such urgency today, because this is not a small blessing or an ordinary moment. This is a heaven-sized miracle written with your name, and if you hesitate, doubt, or dismiss it, you risk letting what belongs to you slip into the shadows of delay. Michael says, "Do not dare let this pass you by. Do not ignore me. Do not look away. Do not think for one moment this message is for someone else. It is yours, and only yours." My beloved, do you remember the nights you felt unseen? The hours where you prayed but thought no one was listening? The times you gave when you had nothing left to give? The betrayals that cut so deep you wondered if you would ever heal? God says all of it has been gathered, every tear has been stored in my bottle, every whisper has been written in my book, and every pain has been transformed into a seed for harvest. The miracle you are stepping into is not random, it is the harvest of everything you have endured. You did not suffer in vain. You did not weep in vain. You did not wait in vain. Every ounce of your waiting has been counted, and today the angels are celebrating because heaven is releasing what you thought would never arrive. Michael is standing by your side, holding the key to unlock the door you could not open yourself. You tried with your strength, you knocked until your fists were bruised, you begged until your voice was weak, but the door would not budge. God says, because this door was not meant to open by human hands, it was reserved for angelic intervention. That is why Michael has come, with light blazing from his wings, holding the divine key that has been hidden from the enemy. The lock is turning now, and as the door opens, the light of heaven floods into your path. God says, behind this door is the miracle you have been crying for, the restoration you have begged for, the abundance you thought was lost forever. Child, I must tell you this with urgency. Archangel Michael has been commanded to stand guard over this word until you receive it, because there are forces that do not want you to know how close you are. There are whispers in the unseen that hoped you would scroll past this, close your heart, or let doubt drown your faith. There are spirits that have been assigned to keep you distracted, to convince you that this is nothing, that you are wasting your time. But Michael stands firm, sword drawn, declaring, I will not allow my beloved one to miss this. I will not let them forfeit their miracle. I will not let them skip this message. I will fight until they understand this is their hour. Do you see how much heaven loves you? That God would send his mightiest warrior to guard a message because it is so vital to your destiny? This is not an accident, this is not coincidence, this is divine orchestration. God says, my child, congratulations, because you have been chosen for a new season. You are stepping into doors no one thought you could walk through. You are rising into positions others tried to keep from you. You are about to hold in your hands what was once only in your prayers. Do not underestimate this moment. Do not think small. Do not let fear make you shrink. This miracle is bigger than your imagination, wider than your expectation, and deeper than your preparation. It is so great that when others see it, they will know it was not you, it was me. They will know only God could have done this. Michael is saying to you, rejoice, but also be alert. Celebrate, but also be sober. This miracle is yours, but you must receive it with faith, you must guard it with prayer, and you must act quickly. He says, heaven is releasing instructions into your spirit, and if you obey, doors will keep opening, but if you delay, opportunities may close. He is warning you not because he doubts you, but because he loves you too much to let you stumble. The angel assigned to you has been weeping when you ignored the signs, but today he is smiling, because you are reading these words and you are realizing, This is it. This is what you have been waiting for. My beloved, I know your heart has been weary. I know you have carried questions with no answers, burdens with no relief, battles with no helpers. But I also know that through it all, you did not give up. You may have felt weak, but you kept going. You may have fallen, but you got back up. You may have been overlooked, but you kept your faith. And God says, because you did not quit, because you held on when everything told you to let go, the tables are turning in your favor. The miracle is not just coming, it has already arrived. That is why Michael says, congratulations, the delivery has reached you, open it before it disappears into delay. God says, you will see signs in the next hours. Unexpected calls, sudden messages, strange coincidences that are not coincidences at all but confirmations that heaven is moving. Watch for them. Do not dismiss them. Your spirit will feel the vibration of divine alignment. This is your confirmation that the miracle is not imagination, it is reality. And my child, understand this. What is being placed in your hands is not just for you. Yes, it will bless you, yes, it will restore you, yes, it will overflow in your life, but it will also touch those connected to you. Your family, your future, your community, even strangers will feel the ripple of this miracle. You are being entrusted as a vessel of blessing, and God says, I can trust you now because you know what it feels like to be empty, and you will never withhold when I tell you to give. You know what it feels like to be overlooked, and you will never deny another when I tell you to lift them. You know what it feels like to be broken, and you will never despise the broken when I send them to you. That is why I am giving you this miracle, because it will multiply, and you will not hoard it, you will share it. Michael leans close again, his eyes burning with both tenderness and authority, and he says, Child of God, I command you, open your heart now. Do not let fear, doubt, or hesitation silence you. This is your miracle, it has arrived, and I will not allow you to skip it. Congratulations, for heaven has chosen you. Act now, and you will see the glory of God in ways you have never seen before. God says, congratulations, my beloved child, the miracle that you have been waiting for, the blessing that seemed delayed for so long, has finally reached you, and Archangel Michael is standing guard with all his heavenly power to make sure that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop this gift from entering your life. You must understand this deeply. You cannot afford to skip this message at any cost, because heaven itself has commanded that it be placed before your eyes today. This is not by accident, this is not by coincidence, this is not by chance. This is a divine appointment, a sacred moment written in the book of your destiny before you were even born. Your miracle has arrived, and the angels are celebrating your victory in the unseen realms even now as you are reading these words. For too long you have felt like life has been heavy, as if invisible forces were pressing against you, delaying you, blocking doors, making you wonder if heaven had forgotten your name. But God says no, my child, heaven has never forgotten you. Your prayers were always heard. Every single tear that you thought was hidden was gathered by angels and placed in vials before the throne of God, and now, finally, those tears have been transformed into a river of blessing that is about to overflow into your life. Archangel Michael has been warring in the spirit for you. He has been fighting battles that you could not see, breaking chains that you did not know were wrapped around you, destroying agreements of darkness that were trying to delay your miracle. And today, God says the delay is broken, the resistance is scattered, the time is fulfilled, and your miracle has arrived. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open your heart and not let fear make you hesitate in this moment. You cannot look back at what was lost, you cannot stay chained to the pain of yesterday, because what is here is too great, too precious, too divinely timed to let slip through your hands. The miracle you prayed for, the miracle you doubted would come, the miracle you almost gave up on, has been delivered into your timeline, and no force on earth or in hell can take it away. But you must receive it, you must open yourself fully, because the angel assigned to you will not allow you to ignore this. They are standing right now in front of you with a scroll from heaven, saying, "This is yours, signed by the hand of God, sealed with the blood of the Lamb, stamped with eternal authority." God says, "My child, for every moment you cried in secret, for every time you were misunderstood, for every betrayal that crushed your heart, for every door that slammed in your face, for every night you stayed awake in fear, this miracle is a recompense. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten, I am turning ashes into beauty, I am replacing shame with honor, I am exchanging sorrow for joy." This miracle is not just a small blessing, it is a divine reversal, it is a complete turning of the tide, it is heaven saying publicly what I have whispered to you privately: you are chosen, you are favored, you are loved beyond measure. And yet, heaven says, be alert, because there are those who will try to convince you that this is not for you, that you are not worthy, that nothing has changed. That is why Michael says you cannot skip this message, because the adversary wants to blind your eyes and distract your heart. But Michael's sword is drawn, and every voice of doubt, every whisper of discouragement, every lie that tries to rise up will be silenced, because the miracle has already been authorized, and nothing can cancel the decree of heaven. God says, you will notice strange signs in these days, unusual alignments, people you have not seen in years suddenly reaching out, dreams that feel too real to ignore, numbers repeating, doors opening where there was once only brick walls. These are confirmations, heavenly codes, angelic reminders that the miracle has indeed arrived, that you are not imagining it, that this is the moment. Do not ignore the signs, because they are heaven's way of saying, wake up, my child, the answer is here. And now hear this, Archangel Michael says, he has been sent not just to protect you if you believe in God. Type Amen. My beloved child, listen carefully to the words I am placing before your heart in this very moment, because they are not random, they are not an accident, they are not something that merely appears before your eyes out of coincidence. This message has been carried to you with divine urgency, with the wings of Archangel Michael himself, with the breath of my spirit, because there is something happening now in the invisible that you need to know. The moment you opened your heart to receive this, the heavens themselves stirred, the angels leaned closer, and Michael himself cried out with a voice of authority, "Do not let this pass by. Do not let this be ignored." This message carries the miracle you have been waiting for. You have been asking, searching, and yearning for signs. You have been wondering if heaven still sees you, if I still remember your name, if your tears were noticed when you thought no one cared. My child, I have never left you, not for a moment. Every tear fell into my hands. Every prayer was stored like precious treasure in the throne room of eternity. Every sigh you thought disappeared into empty silence was carried by my angels into my presence. And now, the response, the long-awaited moment, the miracle you prayed for, the turning of your story, is here. Archangel Michael has declared it with urgency, because I, your God, have released it. This is not far away, this is not something that will only arrive someday, this is not hidden from you anymore. It has begun, it is unfolding even now, and heaven is shouting, "Congratulations, the miracle has arrived." You have been through storms that should have broken you. There were nights when darkness pressed in so heavily that you felt you could not breathe. There were mornings where your strength was gone before you even rose from your bed. Yet here you are. Do you understand what that means? It means that my hand has held you even when you did not feel it. It means that Michael himself fought battles for you in the unseen realm when you thought you were alone. It means that your survival itself is proof that I am not finished with you. My beloved, this is why today is different. This is why this word comes with urgency, because the chapter of suffering is being closed, and a chapter of breakthrough is being opened. Michael has not allowed you to skip this, because what is written here is a lifeline for your soul. My child, the enemy tried to whisper lies into your spirit, tried to convince you that you were forsaken, abandoned, forgotten. But today I rip the veil off those lies and shine my light upon you. You are chosen, you are remembered, you are loved with an everlasting love. The miracle I send you is not a small blessing, it is not a temporary comfort. It is a divine shift that will change the direction of your life. You will see doors open that no man can shut. You will see provision flow where there was only lack. You will see healing in places where pain once ruled. You will see reconciliation where there was once separation. You will see answers where only silence remained for years. I know how weary you have been. I know how long you have been waiting. But I need you to hear me now, the waiting has not been wasted. Every moment of patience, every moment of endurance, Every step you kept walking when you felt like giving up, it has all been seen, and it has all been multiplied into the miracle I am releasing over you now. You are stepping into a season where what was withheld will suddenly be released, where what was stolen will suddenly be restored, where what was hidden will suddenly be revealed. You will not miss it, because I will not allow you to. My angels are surrounding you even now to make sure you see it, to make sure you receive it, to make sure nothing can steal it from your hands. Michael himself has been fighting fiercely on your behalf. There were battles you never knew were happening, nights where he stood guard over you while darkness plotted against your soul. There were attacks meant to destroy you, and yet you lived. There were traps meant to capture you, and yet you walked free. There were words spoken to curse you, and yet blessings poured out instead. Why? Because I commanded Michael not to leave your side. Because I, your God, decreed that your story is not ending in defeat. My child, understand this: when I send Michael, it is because the assignment is great, the calling on your life is undeniable, and the destiny I placed upon you cannot be taken away. Now the time has come for you to rise. Do not shrink back in fear. Do not doubt the words I place before you now. Do not listen to the voice of despair that tells you nothing will ever change. It is changing. It has already shifted. The atmosphere around you is not the same. Heaven has tilted in your favor. The miracle is no longer something you are waiting for, it is something you are walking into. And as you step forward, you will notice things align, connections form, resources appear, and favor pour out in ways that defy explanation. Child, I am urging you, hold tightly to your faith right now. Do not let go of prayer. Do not stop believing. This is the moment where the enemy will try hardest to cloud your vision with distraction and doubt. But Michael stands ready to clear the path for you. He has drawn his sword in your defense. He has already cut down the chains that tried to bind you. And he declares with a voice that echoes through the heavens, the miracle has arrived. Do not delay, do not turn away, do not dismiss this. It belongs to you. I know you feel unworthy sometimes. I know you think maybe my blessings belong to others, but not to you. But listen, your worthiness is not measured by your mistakes, but by my love. My love is unshakable, unbreakable, eternal. My child, you are not standing on your own merit, you are standing in my mercy. And mercy has made a way where there was no way. Mercy has opened the heavens over you. Mercy has commanded blessings to chase after you. Do not be afraid of what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow has already been secured in my hands. Do not be afraid of people who oppose you, their plans cannot prosper. Do not be afraid of lack, I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. Do not be afraid of sickness, I am the Lord who heals you. Do not be afraid of loneliness, I am closer than your breath. You are safe, you are loved, you are chosen, and you are stepping into the miracle you have been longing for. So now, open your heart fully, without hesitation. Pray to me with boldness, thanking me in advance for what you cannot yet see, because gratitude will unlock the fullness of what is coming. Trust me even when it feels uncertain, because faith will carry you into the promise. Stand firm when doubts rise, because I will prove myself faithful. And remember always, you are never alone, you are never forsaken, you are never forgotten. This is your moment. The miracle has arrived. Receive it, believe it, live in it, walk in it. Archangel Michael stands with you, I stand within you, and nothing can stop the blessing I have poured out over your life. Congratulations, my beloved child. You have endured, you have believed, and now you will see what I promised. My beloved child, hear the voice that comes not from man but from the realm of eternity. God says, congratulations, because what you have been praying for, longing for, and yearning for has finally reached the threshold of your life. Your miracle has arrived. Heaven has orchestrated this moment with precision, and Archangel Michael himself stands guard over this divine message to ensure you cannot ignore it. He will not allow you to skip it, because what is written for you today carries the power to change the course of your destiny. This message is urgent, it is sacred, and it is sent in love to remind you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, and not overlooked. You are divinely protected, surrounded by angels, and carried in the arms of God. You may have felt the weight of uncertainty pressing against your soul. You may have endured nights of silence where no answers seemed to come, where the heavens appeared distant, and your prayers echoed back with no reply. But today is different. Today, a shift has taken place. Today the silence has been broken. God says, my child, congratulations, for your tears have been counted, your cries have been heard, and your heart has not gone unnoticed. What you believed was delayed was never denied. The timing of heaven is perfect, and the miracle you thought had passed you by is standing before you now. Archangel Michael declares with a trumpet-like voice that no force of darkness can steal this from you. No hand of man can block what God has already released. The miracle has descended into your life, and it will touch every area where you thought loss and emptiness had taken root. It will restore what was broken, heal what was wounded, and lift what was fallen. This message is not an accident. It is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. Heaven has chosen this very moment to remind you that you are destined for breakthrough, destined for abundance, destined for restoration. Child of light, you are being lifted out of despair. The chains that have held you in limitation are breaking even as you read these words. God says, no longer will you be burdened by the weight of yesterday. No longer will you be held captive by fears of tomorrow. This is your now moment, the arrival of your miracle, the unveiling of what has been prepared for you in the unseen. For while you could not see it, heaven was working. While you thought nothing was moving, angels were preparing the way. While you felt forgotten, God was arranging a surprise so great it would leave you speechless. Archangel Michael whispers urgently, "Do not dismiss this, do not delay, do not overlook it." He is standing with his flaming sword drawn, guarding you, protecting what is yours, ensuring that no spiritual thief dares to touch what heaven has assigned to you. He says, "Rejoice, because the miracle you thought was impossible has now entered the realm of possible. The very thing you once believed would never happen is now happening. The door you thought was closed forever is swinging open with divine force. The opportunity you thought was lost is being resurrected with heavenly fire. Beloved soul, you are safe. You are protected. You are not walking this path alone. God's hand is upon you, and His angels surround you on every side. Even when you doubted yourself, heaven never doubted you. Even when you felt too weak to continue, heaven carried you. Even when you wanted to let go, heaven held on to you. And now, the fruit of your endurance, the reward of your faith, the blessing of your steadfastness has arrived. It may not look the way you imagined, but it will be greater than you dreamed. It may not come through the channels you expected, but it will exceed every expectation. Lift your head, my child, because the season of mourning has ended. The season of waiting has passed. The season of rising has dawned. This is your time. This is your miracle. This is your divine moment of congratulations. God says, "Do not fear what is ahead, for I am already there." Do not look back with regret, for what is gone cannot compare to what is coming. Do not worry about what others may say, for I have spoken, and my word will not return void. Trust, believe, and hold on, for the blessing is unfolding before your eyes. Every prayer, every tear, every silent plea has formed the very foundation of this miracle. The angels rejoice, heaven celebrates, and even creation sings of the joy that is now flowing into your life. Archangel Michael stands beside you, unwavering, commanding you to believe, to accept, and to embrace what is here. You will walk into rooms you never thought you would enter. You will meet people who carry the answers to your deepest prayers. You will receive news that shifts your life forever. You will see with your own eyes the manifestation of promises that once felt distant. And when you do, you will know beyond doubt that this message was real, this word was true, and this miracle was sent only for you. Child of God, rejoice, for you are safe, you are loved, you are chosen, and you are blessed. Pray with gratitude, trust with confidence, and walk with boldness, because your miracle is here, and nothing can take it away from you. My beloved child, God says, Listen with the deepest attention of your soul, because this message has been placed directly into your path not by chance but by divine design. Congratulations, because Archangel Michael declares your miracle has already arrived. You have been waiting, praying, crying, and wondering if heaven had forgotten you, but no, the Lord has been watching every tear fall from your eyes, every silent prayer whispered when no one else could hear, and every step you took even when you felt like your strength was gone. Today is not ordinary. Today is the turning point written in heaven long before you came to this earth. The angels are circling around you right now, protecting you in ways you cannot even see. Archangel Michael himself, with his flaming sword of divine justice, stands guard over your life and your destiny. He will not allow you to skip this message, because this is the very moment that shifts everything. The miracle you thought would take years, the blessing you thought was too far away, the breakthrough you almost gave up on, God says it is no longer delayed. It is here. It has entered your life like the first rays of dawn after a long night. Do not doubt. Do not fear. This message is the confirmation you asked for in your heart, the sign you begged heaven to send you, the undeniable proof that you are not forgotten. God says, "Child, you have been through storms that were meant to break you, but you are still standing. You have endured betrayals, heartbreaks, losses, and silent battles that no one else could see, yet you remained faithful. Even in your moments of weakness, your heart still sought me. I have heard you at night, I have seen you cry when you thought no one cared, and I have recorded every moment of your suffering in my book. Today, I turn those tears into rivers of joy. Today, I take your ashes and transform them into beauty. Today, I remove the garments of heaviness and clothe you with garments of praise." Archangel Michael says, "My child, your miracle has not been delayed another day. It is not coming tomorrow. It is not arriving next year, it is already here." Even as you read this, forces of heaven are rearranging situations, moving obstacles, and releasing the very answer you have been waiting for. Do not let your doubt block what has already been released. This is why the angel warns you with urgency. You cannot ignore this message. This is your divine appointment with destiny. You may not see the full picture yet, but the heavens are shouting congratulations. You have entered the season where doors will open without you knocking, where opportunities will chase you down instead of you chasing them, where healing will flow through your body, your mind, and your spirit like a mighty river. God says, "I am the God who restores, and I will restore everything the enemy tried to take." The years of loss, the moments of despair, the wasted seasons, nothing has been wasted, for I will redeem your time and accelerate your blessings. Archangel Michael says, "My child, you have felt unworthy at times. You have wondered if you missed your chance, if maybe you weren't good enough, if maybe your prayers were too small. But listen, heaven has remembered you. You have been chosen, not forgotten. You have been set apart, not rejected. You have been destined for greatness, not failure. This miracle is not a coincidence, it is a divine reward for your endurance. The trials you survived were the tests that prepared you for this moment. God says, "Do not be afraid. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe under my wings. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, no curse spoken against you shall take root, no plan of the enemy shall prevail. The hedge of my protection surrounds you, and the angelic army led by Michael has been dispatched to fight battles you cannot fight alone. You will see things shift quickly now. Where there was confusion, clarity will come. Where there was lack, provision will overflow. Where there was loneliness, divine companionship will enter. Where there was despair, unshakable hope will rise. Congratulations, child of heaven. Your miracle is your inheritance. You no longer have to beg for what is already yours. You no longer have to live in the shadows of fear or regret. Today I am lifting you into the light of my glory. You will see the evidence of my hand in your life so clearly that even those who doubted you will say, "Surely the Lord has done this." Archangel Michael says, "My beloved, you must not let this moment pass. Heaven is leaning in, waiting for your agreement. Lift your heart, lift your voice, lift your faith. Speak the words of trust, God, I receive." For when you receive, the door opens wider. The miracle is no longer hidden, it is manifesting. Your angels are rejoicing. The heavens are celebrating. And your life is being transformed before your very eyes. God says, "I love you with an everlasting love. My hand is upon you. My promise is sure. You are safe, you are chosen, and you are blessed. Go forward in faith, for your miracle has already arrived." My beloved child, God says, this moment is not ordinary, this moment is extraordinary. This message is not sent to you by coincidence or accident. Congratulations, because Archangel Michael says your miracle has arrived, and it is not permitted for you to ignore this. Heaven itself is insisting that your heart, your spirit, and your soul stay open to what is being poured into you right now. God is wrapping you in safety, peace, and divine assurance. Nothing will go wrong for you when you trust in Him. The enemy has tried to shake you, to plant fear in you, but God says you are chosen, protected, and lifted above every storm. Your angel is standing at your side, ensuring that you will not miss this moment, ensuring that your ears hear these words and your spirit recognizes their truth. For so long you have prayed, you have waited, and sometimes you have wondered if your prayers reached heaven. Sometimes you felt silence pressing against your heart. Sometimes you thought the waiting was endless. But child, God says, now is the time of arrival. Now is the time of release.